Good morning from LA. Oh, yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you. Good morning from Los Angeles. Rainy, gloomy Los Angeles. Kind of matches the stock market action today. Um, Not concerned, honestly. If you followed me at all, I've been expecting this. Even the retest, we talked about it on Friday on Power Hour. So, welcome to Trading with Sergio. Every Monday, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to do them as long as I can. And on Fridays, Power Hour, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern during market hours. Well, yeah, I mean, we're retesting, right? We get a little bounce today. Today is actually end of the quarter, so it should be some window dressing. I don't know why they do that, but obviously they do it pretty much at the end of every quarter. So I don't expect things to get much worse today, but it's an action-packed week. Well, it has been an action-packed year. You know, it's tough. Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. You know, market's down 10% on SPY or SPX. S&P 500 close to 14% on NASDAQ 100. You know, we walk up the stairs and take the express elevator down, and that's what's happening with many different stocks. If you get caught with one, you need to have an exit plan. You need to have a strategy. That's why I keep, harping on my 3 Ps: patience, position, and planning. I opened quite a few positions today. Not risking much, still about 75% cash, but I'm ready to allocate. Um, are we in a bear market? People ask me that, have been asking me that. My chat group on Telegram or, personal friends. I think we are. Market doesn't lie. Market's the best pricing mechanism on the planet, and also market is 6 to 8 months ahead. It's an indicator of what's to come. Market's pricing in all this tariff uncertainty, and market doesn't like uncertainty, so that's why it's going to be an action-packed week. April 2nd, right? That's the day more tariffs potentially could be announced. I did a bunch of videos on tariffs, what I think of it. Is it inflationary? Is it going to hurt the consumer? Time will tell, but look, I've created or thought about this a lot. It seems like there's a concerted effort in a few different fronts when it comes to the new administration. I just did a video, actually put it on the channel, about the consumer being stretched, about credit card defaults going through the roof, about mortgage delinquencies going through the roof. This is without a recession, people. This is without a slowdown priced in. So market's pricing in things, and there's so much to price in. It happens so quickly that the speed of the pricing in is also, escalating. So that's why you're having this drawdown in a short period of time, like 3 weeks or so. So market has to price things in, okay? And market's going to find where it's comfortable until the next set of data or news or whatever catalyst it needs has to come out. Market's best is the best pricing mechanism. Price is the scoreboard. You may agree with it, you may disagree with it. You may create biases, draw lines on your charts, look charts, do this, do that. Look at RS. Let's look at that. Look, so none of this is important. What's important is you got to listen to the market. What is the market saying? Market's saying, okay, we're not going to have a soft landing. That was priced in when we were at 6,100, 6,000 on SPX. Now we're at 5,500. Okay. What is market pricing in now? Markets pricing definitely a slowdown. I definitely don't think markets priced in a recession yet. That's next. And I definitely don't think markets pricing in stagflation, which I talked about quite a bit in the past couple of months. Look, you got to read the tea leaves and you got to take action. You got to keep your powder dry. My account, personal trading account, investment account, I only have one position in there. I haven't committed to anything, which is larger than my trading account. I don't see anything out there that I want to commit to, although Google is looking pretty spectacularly underpriced at the moment, fundamentally, but then fundamentals can change. Earnings estimate, if they stay the way they are, Google is cheap at $152 or whatever it is, okay? But I'm not committing funds in my long-term investment account. I will, but you know, every day that the market's open is another opportunity. So you need to be cognizant of the fact that market's struggling pricing in things. Okay. So this week we have bunch more really important economic indicators that are coming out. Let me just go through those real quick. So tomorrow, ISM manufacturing PMI data, important. Fed definitely pays attention to that. On Tuesday as well, JOLTS job openings data, not as important. Well, April 2nd, Wednesday, President Trump's Liberation Day, as they call it in the administration. The tariffs are going to be etched in concrete, and there may be more tariffs. They just floated some news over the weekend. That's why we're weak today. Thursday, this week is really going to tell the market what to price in next. Thursday, non-farm employment data, very important data. How's unemployment going to be affected with all these Doge cuts? We'll have to see what extent to the, all these layoffs that are happening literally overnight to tens of thousands of people, how that's going to affect the economy. What are the benefits and what are the draws, or what are the pros of this and what are the cons of this? Pros, obviously, is more efficiency, less fraud, less debt that we have to issue. But the cons are, tens of thousands of people getting laid off. These are all families. Are they going to be late on their mortgages, their credit cards? The spending is going to go down. So I don't think it's to the point that it may affect the overall economy, but there will be an effect on it. It's on the economy. So, and on Friday, March jobs report, and as well on Friday, Fed Chair Powell is going to speak. If you don't expect volatility this week, you need to get your head examined. Now, this volatility that I expect, which I expected, again, if you watch me at any length over the last few months, one of my predictions was that 2024 was going to be the year of volatility. Well, we had more volatility this year than we had all of 2023 and 2024. 2025 is turning out to be a volatile year. Is it good? Is it bad? Well, for me, it's okay. I can handle it. Luckily, I've seen this movie before, and my account's still green. I'm up about 14% for the year, while the market's down and some stocks are down 40, 50%. Now, will that 14% go to zero? It could. Would it go to 50? Well, that's what I'm going to try to do. Will it go to 100? I don't know. But the more volatility we have, the more opportunities I will have to get to where I need to get to. But also volatility will break accounts, because for 2 years, people are so used to buying every dip that that's not working now. And to change the mindset is not easy, from buying every dip to selling every rally. I said that 1,000 times over the last month and a half. Every live stream that I do, I've said it. And you need to turn the caps around, right? If talking about caps. You guys know why I'm wearing this. Vamos Barca, crushing it. Team is crushing it. Love it, love it. So, yeah, as I said, you got to turn the cap around. You know, if the bill is in the front, if it's by the dip, and you got to turn it around, you got to sell rallies, because that's what we're seeing. All we're seeing is every rally is being supplied with stock. There's massive distribution going on, specifically in the Mag 7s, which had started actually a month and a half ago again. You know, I did a video about generals are getting shot, the soldiers are dead. What's going to happen? Well, now we see what's happening. I'll go through the charts. You know, again, charts are what they are. Charts show the past. It doesn't tell anything about the future. You can draw a million lines on charts. You can look at support levels, resistance level. I mean, look, everybody is looking at the same thing. It's how you interpret it. And, you know, do they work? Yeah, to a point. I mean, you know, I use them, you know, but I also use macro. I pay quite a bit of attention to macro. I mean, you can't chase zero DTs by paying attention to macro. Macro has changed. It's undeniable. That's why the market's doing what it's doing. It's pricing in a slowdown, and we'll see. We'll see where we go. So I'll put the link up for you guys if anybody wants to show up. Here's the link. We can have a chat about things. There it is. You know, I'll go through the charts. I'll go through my positions. I opened some positions today. I'll explain why I did what I did. I'm kind of committed, I don't know, some funds in some directional options. I'll add to that. But my playbook is this. Always have cash, probably minimum of 30 to 50% cash. With this volatility, you need to have cash to take advantage of, even if you're doing like some short-term swing trading, even scalping, whatever it is that you do. You need to have cash. There's no ifs and buts about it. Cash is a position. Don't fool yourself. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be an important week. I think it'll set the direction up. So last week, Friday was quarterly option expiration. That's out of the way. Today is the 31st. Quarter end window dressing. That's going to be out of the way. And everything coming out, you know, with unemployment, with PMI data, which is what the Fed watches more than anything else. Important. Liberation Day, supposedly, on Wednesday. It's going to be interesting to see the reaction of the market. You also have to kind of, even if you don't understand anything I'm saying, okay? For 2 years, 2023, 2024, we had good news, market made all-time highs. We had bad news, market made all-time highs. So market's taking whatever is coming its way positively, okay? What has changed? Actually, things have changed since the Fed started cutting rates last September, but it's gotten more pronounced now that I see that now market goes down with bad news and it's not recovering fast enough. And market's also going down on good news. Not as severely as it goes down on bad news, but so things have changed. So if you don't understand anything, just pay attention to that. What is the market's reaction to economic data? What is the market's reaction to what the administration is saying? And what they're saying to me is very clear now. That's why I put on my TLT trade, and actually it's working out quite well. I may actually add some to it today. So my position or my thought process has changed, that I'm not going to say they're trying to intentionally slow the economy down, which is what I think is happening. But if they're going to do it, they have to do it now. And so the way this is going to work out is slow the economy down, slow consumer spending down. Let's not talk about recession yet, but spending gets cut, 80% of GDP is consumer spending. GDP slows down. The definition on CNBC of a recession is 2 negative GDP quarters in a row. We haven't had one yet, but Atlanta Fed is putting out some numbers that are negative already. And that's one. They're trying to slow the economy down. Well, might as well do it now when credit card defaults are going through the roof, everything going through the roof, clean up the system a little bit. Let's get the weekends out of there. Then what I think they're doing at the same time is obviously go after Doge, right? With Doge, go for efficiency, clean up some of the fraud that exists in the system, which I don't know if they're going to be successful or not, but they're trying. And number three, the last leg of this year at least that I see happening is bring back deregulation, okay? Because more than anything else, the U.S. government needs lower interest rates. We have $9 trillion in notes and bonds maturing, and if we do it at today's rates, our servicing of the debt is going to go through the roof. It's probably going to get up to $1.5 trillion a year because of the $37 trillion in debt. So I think it's a risky game they're playing. And so economy slows down, GDP goes down, consumer spending slows down. What happens? Interest rates go down. When interest rates go down, that's when I think they're going to play the third card, which is deregulation of a lot of industries. Take a page from the Reagan book, Reagan days. Deregulate. Give banks more freedom to make loans, riskier loans, but to make more loans. Will that put us back into the 2008 situation? I don't think it's going to be that much, but if they deregulate, corporations are going to have more room to hire people, and unemployment will recover. But during the slowdown, interest rates will go down. When interest rates go down, mortgage rates go down, car loans go down. So, I think this year they need to set this all up, and by the end of the year, they need to finish this because the economy is like a 1,000,000-ton tanker. If you guys know where I live in LA, there's a place called Marina del Rey. It's like this. It's like a 5-finger marina, right? You can in and out, right? Okay. And then it's connected to the Pacific Ocean, obviously. So they're trying to maneuver a 1,000,000-ton tanker in the Marina del Rey. They have to move slow, right? And if the tanker is like full board, goes fast, it's going to hit every boat, every yacht, every house around it, right? There's going to be more damage. So they need to do this in stages. First, slow down the economy. Then cut, some of the frivolous spending, right? Control the debt, national debt. Then interest rates go down automatically because in a slowdown, the Fed needs to cut rates. And then we deregulate. And by the end of this term, so he's looking to pass the baton, if it's JD or whoever, but there's talk that he wants to run again. I don't know how that's possible. I don't know the legalities or the political stuff into that. But so the first couple of years is going to be short-term gain for long-term gain. They may succeed. This is like, giving super hard chemo to a cancer patient, kill every cell to rebuild. It's 4 years. Is 4 years enough time for that? For a 1,000,000-ton tanker to maneuver itself without hitting much and hurting much around it? I don't know. We'll see. That part I don't know. But it's an ambitious thing that they're doing. It's a risky thing that they're doing. If it works, I think it's going to be great. But I don't know. I'm just going to trade what's in front of me. I'm just going to trade what's given to me. I'm not going to guess. I'm not going to react to every piece of news that comes out. This is quite the difference from the Biden administration to this, right? I mean, President Trump is having like a news conference every day from the White House or whatever. It's a lot for the market to absorb. And as you know, with the algos going wild, it's getting pulled and pushed. And if you're day trading, especially, God help you. I mean, I don't day trade, although I'm going to talk a little bit about. I'm going to add zero DTE trading into my arsenal. I've studied it quite enough that through quant data analytics, they don't look at charts. They look at data analytics. They look at delta and gamma and VANA, and they also look at dark pools. They look at most valuable contract levels, and I think I'm going to start using what I've learned over the past couple of months. I'll pass it on. And last but not least, add that to my arsenal. If I can pick up a few $100 a day by selling call credit spreads or put credit spreads with zero DTEs, I'm going to give it a shot. Small size. Not going to go crazy on it. But every bit helps in this type of market until we bottom and then we come out. Then everybody knows what to do. Everybody knows what to do when the market's going up. When the market's like this, it's just kind of difficult. But anyway. So let's see who's here. Mojotronics. Hey, good morning. Thank you, Mojotronics. Yes, it was my birthday on Saturday. Vic, good morning. Happy Monday, Galvis, Aurelius. And Vic, you don't trade futures? No, I don't trade futures. I can. I don't trade futures. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do SPX zero DTEs. Not SPY, SPX. There's reasons for that. One of the reasons, obviously, is cash settlement. If I end up getting in trouble and being the money. So that's why I'm doing that, or I'm going to start doing that. So with that said, let's go to my positions. So I opened a bunch of positions today, and I'll go through them one by one and explain why I'm doing what I'm doing, and then go through some charts and then answer some questions. If you guys want to join, here's the link right here. Grab it and come on, and we'll have a chat, and I'll stay as long as I can. So can you guys see this? Give me a thumbs up if you guys can. I'm pretty sure you guys can. So let me take myself off the screen. There we go. All right. So I use Thinkorswim for my platform. I like it now. I hated it the first couple of months, but now I'm very comfortable with it because it's allowing me to do a lot of trades that I want to do with a couple of clicks. And not that I couldn't do on Schwab, but many more clicks were involved. So this, from last night, actually. So for people who are my members, I post every trade, by the way, live on my Telegram chat group. Pretty decent group. Some newbies, some intermediate, some advanced, and me. I don't know what I call myself. I guess I call myself advanced. So this morning I entered a bunch of orders. I was committing about 25% of the account because I was 95% cash. I'm going to scale in, scale out. So let's start with MSTU, going back to the well again, but this time not with selling puts, this time buying the shares. So I had entered to buy 2,500 shares every 30 cents. So I started at 5, 470, 440, 410. Only 5 got filled at 500 shares at 5. Okay, I bought it. It's at 555. I have a couple $100 profit on it. I want to add to it. If it gets down to 530, I'll add to it. As you know, MSTU is the 2x ETF of MSTR. He moves with MSTR, and MSTR moves with Bitcoin. Although MSTR also moves a little bit with the market. So that's one. So I'm definitely going to add to that position, probably up to 2,500 shares. And then I'll sell weekly calls and then, create some covered call strategies or whatever now. But so if we actually, you know what, let me put the order in to buy 500 more shares at 530 because I canceled the rest of it when it didn't get done. 500 at 530. We're at 560. I probably should buy it at 560 as well. But let's keep our powder dry. That's 530. 530 is in. 530 is in. Okay, so then, like I mentioned, Google. I like Google down here. Stock has sold off about 50 points. So there's, as you guys know, two versions of Google, Class A and Class C. I'm doing with the Class A, GOOGL. And GOOGL has a 2x ETF. And the symbol on that is GGLL. FYI, I will post all these, whatever happens at the end of the day, on the community page of the channel so you guys can see my positions. But then I post all of these on the members group on Telegram as soon as I do the trade, so they get it live. And I post it on the community page every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. None of this is trading or investing advice. As I said it a million times before, if you do tag along, you need to figure it out on your own. So what did I do with GGLL? GGLL is the 2x ETF of GOOGL. I entered to buy, so at the moment I have 150 contracts of July. So I'm going to explain why I'm doing this, by the way. July, 45 calls. Okay. GGLL is at 28, 38, 37. You're going to say, well, 45 is so far out of the money. Why are you doing that? Well, that's why I'm going out to July. So I don't want to risk much. So I bought 150 with an average cost of 43 cents. We're at 43 cents. I have buy orders at 40 cents, another 50 lots, and another 50 lots at 35. So I'll probably get up to 250 contracts of this. Now, you all need to get yourselves an option value calculator. I have a couple of ones, good ones. One is free. It's at barcharts.com. You can use that. It's really, really good. It's live. The one I use is a little bit more sophisticated. I pay for it, so forget about that one. But if you go to barcharts.com, you'll be able to have a live calculator. So what I calculated is that, okay, I think we are pretty close to getting into a bottom. When it's going to be, is it going to be April, in a couple of weeks? I don't know. But I do believe Google at 150 is a good buy, and we will rally probably to 170 range on a bounce, or 165. Well, if we do bounce to 165, that's about 10%. This will move up 20% because it's 2x ETF. At 20%, it'll put it to about 32, 33. And if you put that in the calculator, that's why I'm going out to July. That's why I'm not risking much. So far, my outlay is not much, to be honest with you guys. And so if we get to about 32, 33 on GGLL, within the next month or so, these options will double. So if the idea is making money, well, I'd rather double 45 cents to 90 cents with 200 contracts than go buy in the money some, because this is not going to go down any further from here, even if Google keeps going down. Yes, they will go down, 35 cents. They'll go down to 30 cents. But I'm giving myself enough time for this trade to work. And if it doesn't work, I didn't risk much. So that's that. Another cheapy option. See, these are all cheapy options I'm picking up today. So I have more buy orders, but I bought 100 SoFi June 15 calls. Stock is 11.5. I paid 47 cents for it. They're about 50 cents. Okay. Doing the same thing, right? Stock was 18, pulled back to 10.5, rallied to 14, retesting the low now. I thought I'll just put some money into that. And yeah, that's the same play. You know, giving myself plenty of time and put it in your calculators. If SoFi within the next couple of weeks rallies to 12.5 on a bounce on an oversold market, those options will also double. So I'm risking little money to double my money. Now, on 100, 200, 250 contracts, it becomes serious money, right? Okay. For example, if I end up owning, even if 150 lots that I have now, if this option goes from 45 cents to 90 cents, well, I put up about 6,500. That's a double. That's $6,500. So it doesn't matter if I buy at the money with the same amount of money, but then the risk is higher. The risk is higher if Google keeps going down. This is going to go down 10% more probably, these options. But the other ones that are at the money or close to the money, they'll probably go from like $6 to like $3. It's going to go down 50%. So I'm trying to risk little and try to double. That's the goal. Third position, this time it's on GOOGL, Google. I'm long 100 lots of June 200s. And a group member asked me, why are you buying 200s? They're so far out of the money. Again, it's the same idea, same thought process. I have more buy orders than this one too. I have another 100 lots or 50 lots to go there. I have another 50 lots to go on SoFi. I have another 100 lots to go on GGLL. So if I mean lower, like 40 cents, 35 cents, right? Okay. So, you know, they asked me the proper question. I go, why are you buying so far out of the money? Well, it's okay. Because if Google does rally to 165, again, put it in your calculator. Within the next couple of weeks or a month, these options will also double. My goal is to risk little and double. Okay? Period. And I paid 400 lots. I paid 47.5 cents. They're 51.5 cents. I'm up like $400 there. I mean, it's like I'm not even looking at them today. Okay? What I'm learning is just, you know, what kind of bounce we're going to get. On the bounce, these will all be sold. Hopefully with doubles, if not more. And it depends how quick the bounce comes. But as oversold as Google is, I think that's my Mag 7 that I'm going to play with. I'm definitely closely looking at NVIDIA, which I'll go through the charts and look at it. And last but not least, my TLT position. I explained this, but I'll explain it again. In fact, I may just put on another 5 lot here. So according to my thought process, interest rates are going to go down. How do I take advantage of that? That's TLT. If TLT goes up, that means interest rates are going down. I am shorting so TLT at the moment is actually up. It's up for the day because there is flight to quality happening as well. It's about 90.47. This morning it got up to 91.33. So it's pulling back because market's rallying probably. Well, it did rally. You know, Nasdaq was down 450. Now it's only down 200. So flight to quality comes out of it, but then I'm not doing it for flight to quality. I'm not doing it for the market to crash so TLT goes up. I'm doing it because there is a cyclical, interest rate move that's I see ahead, and that's why I went out to March 2026. This is a patient man's position. This is not a swing trade. I'm going to wait. I'm going to be very patient on this one, but I'm willing to allocate at least 30 to 40% of my account value to this trade, and I haven't done it yet. I'm up to, let's see, I'm up to 17K, so I'm up to about 12%. So I want to add. If TLT goes down, I want to add. If TLT goes up, I want to add. Okay, so where are we on this one, and what are we doing? So TLT is about 90.5. I'm selling next March 2026, $85 puts. Because TLT's low was 85, and going back to 2002, TLT's low was 83. That's where the interest rates were. So I don't think rates are going to go up. If on a slowing economy, I'll be shocked if rates are going up. But so I see that TLT going to 110 to 115 over the next year by next March. And I see the 10-year, 20-year going down to about 3.5% level. And that's why I put the trade on. So I'm shorting the March 85 puts. With that credit, I'm coming around and buying the March 95 calls. And on top of that, I'm turning around and selling because I think we're going to get to 110, maybe a little higher. We're at 90 now. I'm selling the 110 calls And I'm trying to do all this with a credit. Why with a credit? I did actually originally. So I have 15 lots on all three. Original 15 so far. My cost on the short puts is 322. They're about 295. So I'm ahead on that. On the long 95 calls, my cost is 347. They're 387. So I'm up on that. And on the short calls, my cost is about 105. The ones I sold to create the credit, they're about 112. So I'm down a little bit. But overall on the position, I'm like $1,200. The point, again, is not to watch this every single day, but add every time I see an 8 on TLT to it. Okay? So let's see if we can do some with more credit. So again, I'm doing it because I'm willing to own TLT next March at 85 or below. I don't think I'm going to. It's going to come to that, but I don't mind owning it. So there's other things that I'm watching, and I'll put those up in a minute. Let's see. Let's trade. Let's TLT. Let's see if we can do some with credits at the moment. Let's get up to March 2026, as you guys can see. Let's see if we can do it with a credit. So we're going to go sell 85 puts. We're all doing this simultaneously. That's why I love Thinkorswim now. We're going to push the control button if you're on a PC. We can do this on Robinhood too, by the way. We're going to buy the 95 calls. So that's added that. And then we're going to go around, turn around, and sell the 110 calls. Push control and click that. So there's the position. So we're selling 5 puts, buying 5 calls, selling 5 calls. It's the short 85s, long 95s, short 110s. Oh, we're up to 17 cents credit. Okay, let's do 5 more. If we can do it with a credit. This morning, I couldn't do it with a credit. So we're at 17. Let's do it at 25 cents. Let's see if we can get it off. So we'll add 5 more. Confirm. So this is costing me for 5 options. My auto is at 5 on Thinkorswim. $5,600. So 5,600 divided by 5 is about $1,100. $1,100 buying power for this trade per contract. So send. We sent that now. Now the order is there. So I have a bunch of orders waiting. Yeah, that's where we are. So I'm hoping for a Google rally. I mean, I'll buy on the way up too, because I think these little options are definitely going to double. The June Googles, I have 250 lots on GGLL and Google. I have no problems adding on the way up as well, specifically the GGLLs. IV is pretty decent on those, although they did raise the IV. I should have bought the 40s and 35 cents as well this morning, but then that's what the market makers do. They increase IV, automatically option value increases, and you're trying to put a directional bet on, you can't. That's the downside of dealing with these market makers. But you got to have patience. Just put your bids in there, and then if you get hit, get hit. Same thing with SoFi. 48.50. I'll add. I have an order at 40 cents. That's not going to happen unless SoFi goes back to 11 today. We're at 11.53. They're 48.50. I think I'll add 25 more at 50 cents and be done with that. We'll buy 25. 25 at 50 cents. Confirm. Send. We bought those. So now we have 125 of SoFi's. That should be enough. On Google, I have 100 with a cost of 47.5. They're 52.5. I have an order there at 40 cents. I don't think that's going to happen. Let's cancel that. Let's cancel that. And let's cancel the GGLL. What do I have there? 40 and 35. 40 I'll leave. 35 I'll cancel. 40 there's a chance So I'll add it that way. I think I have enough that. I have enough SoFi. I'm trying to do the TLT. So yeah, I like the positions. If I buy more at MSTU, I will. And then at the end of the day, wherever it's at, I'll sell maybe 5.5 calls expiring this Friday. That'll bring in about 11% actually. Let's see where those numbers are at. Trade MSTU. Expiring April 4th, 5.5 calls. Yeah, they're 50 cents. That's right. They're about 10%. I don't mind if they take it away at 5.5. There is a little bit of profit built in, and selling price will be 6. Yeah, a small little trade, make a couple $1,000. But if it does go down, I'm going to add to it but I have so many other things that I'm watching that I want to buy. So here's the charts. What am I watching? So, all right. So where are we? We are. All right. Okay, so this is MSTU, but let's not start there. Let's start with the indexes. Let's start with the indexes. All right. So this is SPY. So we did retest the low. We are today on the SPY across the 20 EMA is crossing the 200 EMA. Look, nothing good happens when the market's under is 200 EMA. Although I see a potential, and I'm not going to guess, I see a potential of bullish divergence, just like we had a bearish divergence at the top. Now so MACD bottomed. We had a rally, dead cat bounce back to where we're supposed to. We're retesting the low. In fact, just retest or made a lower low today, but MACD is not making a lower low. If the market turns around here and starts rallying, takes out the last week's high, this MACD will put on a beautiful, like back here, just like back here. You guys see I'm circling all the way to the left lower channel is this pattern here, and then we'll go higher. Now, I'm not calling it. I'm just saying potentially that's what could happen. Triple Qs are a lot weaker because of the Mag 7. They definitely made a lower low, and they bounced beautifully where they need to bounce to. But there is also a potential of, in fact, that's made a lower low. MACD has not made a lower low. It's kind of grabbing my attention here. So, that's why I committed some funds to certain things. So that's the triple Qs. The channel is still there. I'm not going to erase that until we take out the, bottom of the channel. On the triple Qs, 20 EMA crossed the 200 EMA already to the downside. So, trend is down, people. Short-term trend is down. Long-term, still uptrend. Once in a while, you got to step back and look at what's happening. This is 3 years. We're here. We used to be here in 2022 before the market rallied 60% on triple Qs. We're at 258. We're only 461. Pretty decent sell-off, however, right? High was 540. Today's low is 460. That's 80 points. What is that? At 540, 80 points is 15% almost, 14, 15%. So, and the last sell-off that we had during the Japanese yen carry trade crisis was about equal to that. So 500 to 425, 75 points. That was 15%. So we're equaling that Japanese yen carry trade crisis, but definitely different music being played here. The reasons are different, I'm trying to say. So that's the triple Qs. Let's look at something. Apple is the best acting Mag 7 name for sure. Why am I looking at 2-minute charts? Let's look at, okay, so Apple is still under, all of them are under 200 EMA. And, but Apple is probably the most reasonable looking one. Here is Google. GOOGL. I mean, we're retesting right here. We're retesting about 150 here. So that's why I did what I did. And I will keep adding. And this thing was 170 4 days ago. I mean, if we go back to 170, those options will triple actually, because they're June and July. We'll see. We'll see. Let's not put the cart before the horse. But there is a method to my madness. So that's Google. NVIDIA retested the low, gap down. Something sickly going on with NVIDIA. It's retested, but I think there is more room on the way down here. Maybe 100, ultimately 90. But between 90 and 100. So I'm not going to trade NVIDIA itself. I'm going to trade the 2x ETF of NVIDIA, which is NVDL. There is slippage in these, people. Be careful. These are not to be bought and held. Please be careful with that. But it moves obviously 2x. So, and there's options on these too. So you guys can handle that. Let's look at Microsoft. Microsoft's just been horrible. It's been horrible for way before the market cracked. It was already, the signals were there. It broke under its 200 EMA a long time ago and then bounced back, and then now we're down to 370. But if you look at Microsoft on a long-term basis, 3-year chart, let's say, yeah, I mean, this is bad, right? I mean, it's not a pretty looking thing. But we're coming into a little bit of support here. But again, charts are so useless when the market's like this. There's definitely support about 320 range. And we're at 370. So is there another 15% to go? Yeah, if the triple Qs drop another 10%, which I think they will, yeah, Microsoft will be at 320. There is Tesla. This is 3-year chart, but let's look at 1 year. Here's the 3-year. I mean, we're going to retest the low probably. The car sales are coming out this week as well on Tesla. Numbers are supposed to be absolutely horrific. But one good thing is, again, MACD. MACD turned up on that last nice rally we had, 225 to about 285. Now if we go retest the low or make it lower low, MACD doesn't confirm, I think we'll have a trade here. So that's why I'm going to trade TSLL, not Tesla. They have very liquid options as well. TSLL is the 2x ETF of Tesla. It's a $9 number. So Tesla rallies 220. Like last time, Tesla rallied to 225 to 285, 60 points. This thing went from 7.25 to about 12, right? 2x up, 2x down. But again, these are not to be bought and held. Am I forgetting something in the Mag 7? Yeah, Meta. Today is just giving up the ghost, breaking under the 200 EMA. A lot of good charts have been damaged in all this, so please be careful. One of my favorites been shot to pieces. Affirm retested the low today. Being patient with that. A major competitor is coming to market, actually going IPO, which is Klarna, much bigger than Affirm. AMD, I may give it a shot. It did rally. It retested the low about 95. I think I'll give it a shot for AMD. I think it's time. I think it'll be in a trading range. I hated AMD for the longest time. Amazon. There we go. Under 200 EMA. Nothing good happens under 200 EMA, but it's coming into support too. I think Amazon is cheap too, fundamentally, anyway. But then earnings are earnings. Depends. What's going to happen to the economy? If the economy slows down, where is Amazon's earnings going to be? What are they going to do with those? But all of these are looking like bullish divergences when it comes to the MACD and RSI. So another one of my favorites, AST Space Mobile, definitely right on top of the 200 EMA. Was 35. We're down to 22 and change. I definitely, on this one, I'll buy the shares. I'm not going to mess around with options. Here goes Avago. Breaking under, right? It's part of SOX, but it's into support now, about 160. So this is SOX, semiconductor index, making it lower low. But if you look at long-term SOX, 3 years, it doesn't look as bad, but it also looks pretty ominous. Not the 1 hour surge, 3 year. Okay, this is SOX going back 3 years. I mean, we had a pretty nasty sell-off in this thing, even especially last 2-3 weeks. 233. We're down to 185, 87. Today moved as low as 182. That's 150 points, people. That's 40%. So when the market goes down 14, these things will go down 30, 40%. But I am not going to trade SOXS, but I'm going to trade SOXL. which is the 2x ETF of SOX. You know, that's why you keep cash. Okay. This is SOXL. I will definitely trade directionally. I'll either buy the shares or sell puts, buy calls without putting money out. You know, synthetic longs. Look where it's at, right? We're at 1440. No, we're at 1505. Low was 1440 today. This thing was, you know, 30 bucks. We're down 50%. Okay. Does that mean it's a good deal? No. When SOX bottoms, I'll trade this though, for sure. Here's another one of mine that I really liked. I will trade shares on this. I will not do anything else. Or again, like I said, synthetic longs. I don't want to put out too much premium out, right? I want to do it with less risk, but I'm willing to buy the shares ultimately. So BE right on Bloom Energy, right on the 200 EMA, holding itself in there. Although I don't like MACD, just rolled over and went under zero. Here's one of my favorites that's just not going down. I mean, it did go down, obviously, but so you also have to figure out underperformance and outperformance. When stocks are making lower lows, when the market's selling off already, they're underperforming. But stocks like this, that they made the low on the last low and they're not equaling the low, is what you need to look at. It's just Kava. I had cash secured puts on my investment account on this. They expire worthless. Well, we looked at MST. Okay, this is MSTR. That's why I'm buying MSTU. I mean, we're coming into support here. So where is MSTU? That's MSTU. We have an order at 530. Let's see if we get it off. We're at 539. I'm definitely willing buyer of this and then sell the calls. Google, we looked at already. Google may have a chance to turn green today, but we'll see. Robinhood, another strong outperformer, right? I was short Robinhood. I covered it on Friday, actually. Now I'm looking on the long side. But instead of trading Hood, so this low was 35 on the last time market made a low, right? Then it rallied from 35 to 50. Market retesting, actually making lower lows on triple Qs and NASDAQ, but this thing didn't even come close to the old low. In fact, it's just bouncing. It's only down like 62 cents on a day that the NASDAQ is down. Let's see, NASDAQ is down 1.2%. See, this is what you need to look at. So what am I going to trade? I may trade, you know, the options on this, again, synthetic longs, but ROBN is the 2X ETF. It's a $12 number. I think I'm going to trade the shares on this. This is optionable as well. So when Robinhood was at 35, this thing was 9.5. Robinhood bounced from 35 to 50. It's just quite a bit, about 30%, right? No, maybe 35%. This thing went from 9.5 to 18.5, double. Might as well trade this. Trade the shares, right? This morning, 1040 low, it's already at 1230. So find these 2X ETFs that you're comfortable trading and trade these. Simple. What else am I looking at? Let's see. If you have any questions, please put them up. Micron got shot. Earnings were horrible. Nike in its own bear market, although I think 60 is pretty much where I think it should halt its death. Nvidia, we talked about. Chinese names, right? Baba. Not pulling back, just going sideways. I love the Chinese names. Baba is one. So if you can't trade Baba, it's too expensive for you, trade the 2X ETF of Baba, which is BABX. It's a $35 number, right? Okay, so I'm giving you guys all these 2X ETFs today because that's what I think you should trade, because when the bounce comes, be on top of these. Billy, yeah, Billy is also right on top of the 200 EMA. We did trade this beautifully. I think it's time to, let's take a look at some synthetics on Billy. I didn't even know it was down to here. Let's go out to May expiration. Selling the 20 puts. Stock is 1905. I'm willing to own Billy. So sell the at the money puts. Okay, they're $1.50. So I'm selling the 19s. for May, and I'm buying the 20 calls. 22-cent credit. I'll probably get them off at 25 cents. See, I'm doing it with a credit, 19. I'm willing to own Billy at 18.75. And the cost of this trade for 5 lots is only $3,000, people. So $600 an option. Even if you have a small account, I think this is doable. If you're willing to own Billy at 18.75, which I am. I'm definitely going to revisit this when I feel like market's kind of halting its death spiral. I like this right here, maze. So you guys looked at it. Let's look at some more. Palantir. Palantir. Yeah, kind of retesting the kind of the low, but these all have bounced quite a bit. I mean, in low was like 79 and change. It's already 83. You know, these are all bouncing already. So, but there's window dressing going on. Especially, they'll probably come in and buy it. Reddit is another one of my. Yeah, that's making a lower low. See, that's weak. AppLovin got shot last week. That's retesting the 200. There's a lot to do, man. I don't know if I have enough money for all this shit. Wow, it's a good problem to have. I'll just do size small and do all of them. Few of them will work out. SoFi. Well, I have SoFi options, so that's why I'm doing it. They retested the low. I have 50 more to buy. I have already 100 and I don't know how many I have. How many do I have? I have 125 of the June 15 calls. Regular expiration. Right there. June 15 calls. June 25. Is that when the expiration is? Or did I buy an extra week for myself? That's stupid, Serge. Well, I don't think. Oh no, June 20th. Yeah, no, I'm right. Let's see. April, May, June. Yeah, June 20th, third Friday. No, I was right. Okay, I thought I bought an extra week. Charts, SoFi. Yeah, we tested the low. I bought it. It was like down to about 1088, 1090. We're already 1148. Market kind of snaps, and that's the same thing here, right? On the MACD. Could be bullish divergence. I don't need much of a rally. And it gets back to about 12.5, 13. Those options will double, if not more, within the next couple of weeks. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Definitely a downtrend. I mean, under is 200 EMA. Work needs to be done. This may be in a beautiful trading range for me to trade between 14 and 10.5. Nothing wrong with that. A lot of things may be in a trading range, to be perfectly honest with you guys. Well, we did the TLTs. We put the order in. I don't think we're going to get it off. There's another possibility with TQQQ, which is the 3x ETF, 2x or 3x ETF of triple Q. It bounced already. It was down to. I don't trust this rally today at all. Let's let the powder dry this week, because Bollinger Bands are opening back up again, and I'm just like, I think we're going to go make lower lows. But I would definitely like to own TQQQ at 50, the shares. So what's the trade for that? We're at 55, right in the middle. Again, you go out to May. You do a synthetic. How do you do a synthetic? You sell the put, buy the call. Let's see how much that's going to cost me. So May 55s are 525 on the put side. So you go sell. And I want to do it without. Oh, actually, you know what? I have a better trade. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go to 50. May 50s are 335. Sell the May 50 puts. Buy the May 60 calls. There you go. Can I do it with a credit? I would have done it with a beautiful credit this morning. We're even on this trade. On the pullback, that's what I'm going to do. Put it on a synthetic. Sell the 50 puts, buy the 60 calls. May. How much does it take? 11 grand, 11.5 to do 5 options. So about $2,200 requirement. Now, if you do get assigned 500 shares at 50, you need $25,000. So you guys have to figure that out. The requirement is different than what you need to buy these things at. Okay. I would definitely not mind owning TQQQ at 50. Yeah, I like this trade too. See, I keep creating new trades for myself. I don't know why. I'm like a kid in a candy store, which I shouldn't be in a bear market. No, I'll refrain myself from doing many of these, to be perfectly honest with you guys. Markets open every day. No need to rush. So that's that. Yeah, TQQQ at 50, I'm a buyer. I think this is better than probably Billy, but I'll do that because it doesn't take much to do. TLT I'm adding. So TQQQ right about 48.80 is very good support. Let's look at the 3-year. Yeah, that's pretty good support right there, man. This is definitely going to be a trade of mine. This is also now working on a bullish divergence. You guys see what's happening on the MACD here? Making it lower low. MACD is not making it lower low. You guys see this one right here? Right here. That's what happened here. We turned up, retested or made a lower low MACD. It did not. And then comes the rally. Now, that was during 2021, 2022. And then after that, we got more of a sell-off. However, I like this trade about 48. I don't mind owning it. So if I can do it with like $1.50 credit, and we do sell off a little bit more today. If I can do it with $1.50 credit, I will definitely do it. In fact, today I will do it. So that's TQQQ. I'm making mental notes for myself that that's a trade. Billy is a trade. BE is a trade. Jesus, how many? We need a lot of money. Well, luckily I have about 75% cash. NVIDIA we talked about. NVIDIA I don't mind buying about 100. Palantir, same thing. It rallied. What else? Soxel, SOXL. Yes, let's see. And then I'm going to come back and answer questions and then say goodbye. SoFi we already bought. 125 calls. We're rallying. When this rally, I want TLT to pull back so I can add to my March 26th. Okay, that's about it, honestly. That's enough damage, right? But so that's, I mean, you guys see how calm I am, how like I have my planning. When they get to where they need to get to, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to execute. That's it. What else is there? Okay, we didn't buy any of that. So let's see where we are. SoFis are 49.50. Should I buy another 25 of those? See, that's what they do. They increase the IV when it's going down. And then when the stock rallied close to 60 cents from the low, and options have not rallied. And that's when they suck the IV down. See, that's the game that we need to play. That's why you go long. You go June, July. You know, they can F around too much with the IV. That's why I do what I do. I probably should answer some Google, but I have 250. TLT, definitely. We're going to do it 25 cents if we get there today. And 550 on MSTU. Okay, fine. We're good. All right, let's see. No questions. Nobody wants to come on. You guys don't want to join me. Okay, that's fine. If you want to join me, here's that. Hope you guys learned something. If you can't trade Bob, I'll trade Mama. Is that a stock? Seriously? I don't think it is. Is it? Let me take a look. Mama's Creations. There is a stock like that, actually. $6.32. Huh. Not a bad chart either. It was 10. Now it's 6. No, there is one. Mama's Creations. I don't know what they do. Not interested. But I got my shopping list ready, people. Get your shopping list ready and see where things are going to turn out. You know, I did what I did. I'm glad I did it. Now we planted the seeds. Now we're going to harvest soon. Okay, nobody wants to come on. I'm going to say goodbye. If you guys want to come on, grab the link. If you don't want to come on, don't grab the link. Okay, so first of all, to finish, many thanks for the support. Channel just hit 2,000 subscribers. It's growing slowly, but it's growing. Member group is strong, although it's been quiet lately. I know why. I think a lot of them are losing money. I told them, but they're learning. You know, it's tuition you're paying to learn. So if you do choose to become well, first of all, put a thumbs up for this one on the videos that are coming out. Please put a thumbs up. Please share. That's how the channel grows. This YouTube algo is not liking some of my content. It's just like not pushing it out. So it has to be by word of mouth. If you do guys want to become a member, click to join. It's $9.99 a month. You get 4 things. You get the Telegram chat group, obviously, which you get all my trades live. And I help you out with your trades as well. If you have ideas, we exchange ideas. Number 2, you get a live stream every Wednesday between 3 and 5 p.m. Pacific. Members only live. And the replays of those, of course. And you get this beautiful t-shirt that I'm wearing because we named our group #KnowYourWorth group. And it's a $30 value. You get it free, completely including shipping. So if you do want to become a member, click join, become a member. Email me, Sergio@sergioavedian.com. Email me your t-shirt size and email me your mailing address, and then we'll put one out in the mail for you. So that's it. That's Monday, Bloody Monday, but then it seems like we're bouncing. Maybe I'll do, zero DTs. So, you know what? Actually, let me go back and take a look at those while you guys are still here. So what am I going to do with the quant data analysis or analytics or whatever you guys want to call it? Okay, hold on a second. SoFi 1160 options are offered at 50 cents. Let me put that in my calculator. Let me see what's going on there. Huh, interesting. Let's take a look. Option value calculator. Click SoFi. Okay. Call expiring June. Strike 15. Okay, it's 1160. Volatility 6740. What are they doing it at? 6613. So they're chunking on the volatility a little bit. So it's supposed to be 51 cents. Okay. Let's see what happens if it goes to 1260 in the next 4 days, where those options are going to be. 80 cents. They're 50 cents. It's like, okay, what if they're like 1280? 86 cents. Almost a double. Huh. Okay, I have enough. I have 125. Google only down like a few pennies. I may buy some more of those GGLL ones. They're still offered at 45 cents. And they're killing the IV on that, but I think historical IV on that is about 58. So they're about 60. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, okay, cool. We'll have the plan ready. We act on it when they get there. Hopefully you guys have a good day, good trading week. I'll see you guys on Friday. Please put a thumbs up if you enjoyed the content. If you don't enjoy the content, tough shit. Okay, would you own MSTU at 495? I bought some today. I bought it at 5. I've had it at every 30 cents. I only bought 500 shares. Yeah. Let's see. Would you own MSTU at 4.95? You said buy calls, but I didn't say buy calls on MSTU at all. But I got executed at 55 cents for this Friday's 550 put. Good. You should have a profit by now. Yeah, I will buy at 4.95. I bought the shares at 5. I'm going to sell calls now. It's at 550. So I bought it at 5. I have them up 10%. And then I'm going to take another 10% for 4 more days. If I sell it at 5.5, it'll be selling at 6. 5 to 6 is $1. Looks like 20% to me. I'll take 20%. On 500 shares, 5 shares, 5,000 shares, 5 million shares. It doesn't make a difference. I'm trying to buy more at 530, so yeah, I would buy it at 550. Why wouldn't I? I mean, well, 4.95. Right? Yeah, definitely. Where is MSTU? I mean, I'll sell some calls. Yes, buy stock, sell calls. That's what I did. That's what I'm going. Oh, Nasdaq's only down 120. Wow, we're rallying, people. S&P's green. Jesus, really? Hey, Google down only 15 cents. Everything is about to flip green because that's what window dressing does. Yep, MSTU 554 up a couple of pennies. Yeah, I have an order of 530. I'll sell the calls at the end of the day for this Friday. 20% is 20%. Buys lunch. Anyway, so you all be well, stay healthy, make some money, keep your powder dry, don't day trade. You will get wiped out. Swing trade. You'll make money. You'll have some staying power. So see you guys on Friday for Power Hour and see the members on Wednesday for Members Only Live. Bye-bye.